Hi, welcome back, or welcome to another video of Planning with Britt here. This is Brittany, and I'm going to plan the week of October 13th to the 19th. So if that's something you're interested in, then stick around. Hello, welcome back, and we are going to do some planning for October 13th through the 19th. So I'm going to go through what I'm going to use, and then we'll move forward. So this is some washi. I'm not sure exactly which of the washis I'm going to use, but this is some Cozy Fall Simply Gilded from October of 2021. I like the white with the pumpkins and the orange with the pumpkins. These paisley pumpkins or something I may use. This is also from October 2021, Simply Gilded. And these are some neutrals, the dark brown and the like beige. And so I'm not sure which one of these I will use, but we have them available if that's what we decide to use. I've got, this is a mild liner. This one is beige. I have a Tombow. This is N57, and then Tombow 947. I'm still using my Japanese 0.35 pen. And then from my shop, I'm using this one. It's called Soft Autumn. This is a deco sheet. This is for the third sheet or the sampler page for the Hobonichi Cousin. It does have some little icons I like. I like the boxes, and I like the torn corners. Habit trackers, if you use those just in your weekly spread, whatever. The little labels and other kind of things like that. And then this one is the page 3 from like the 7x9 vertical weekly kit. It's got a tiny bit of deco. Some of these boxes, date covers, there's date dots that I probably won't use. I have been using a little bit of this in there also. And I use some of these for my content on the weekly bit of dashboard page. So again, we're back here. Not back here, we're always here, but this is my B6 plans by Just Scribble. And I'm using the exact same planner for 2026. I'm excited. I have pre-ordered, and eventually it's going to show up sometime. I think it's towards the end of the month. And I won't do much as far as setup goes until as we get closer to the end of the year, but it's still nice to know that I have that picked out and I'm ready to move forward. So we're going to get to planning here. We'll do my normal, well, we can go back because we don't do this. I don't ever do weekly actions on camera because they take too long, but these are the last week's, the 6th, the 12th weekly actions, and the reflections for that week. So there's those, and then we'll get right into planning this. And so we usually start with our weekly, our basic weekly plan, I guess, if you want to call it that. So we're going to water and feed plants on Monday. Okay. No housekeeper prep this week. This Wednesday will be change sheets. Also have a meeting here. Sorry, this is not part of my basic weekly plan, but I just thought of it as I was here, so I might as well go ahead and add that in. We also try to memory keep on Wednesday. Still has not been happening. I don't know, maybe I need to pick a different day. Weigh in on Thursday. Finances. Saturday is zone clean. Still also not happening. I'm skipping that every week just because I can, I guess. I really don't have a good answer for that issue. I've talked before, it's just like deep cleaning kind of stuff that, I mean, occasionally it happens, like when I see something like this needs to be dealt with now, but as far as like regularly cleaning the baseboards and those kind of things, I'm just not doing it. So, yeah, that'll be something we continue to try to remedy as we go on. All right, let's see. Is there anything else I know that we have going on date-wise this week? My small purse calendar is not in here. So we'll move on, and I'll come back and add those when I need to, if we need to. All right, so we're going to add, I like to color my little banners here. Let me color a little further. It seems like I've been coloring it kind of short lately. This, I write weekly actions up here to list my weekly actions out. We have then put to do at this section. This is habits. And this, I track meals here. I use this section to track some content that I'm posting, but I haven't been leaving a header for it. I've gone most of the time without a header. I just put some washi in some of these places. So now I guess we kind of need to decide on washi, and I was looking at these. I'm going to look at the deco stickers a little bit and decide which colors I think go well. Of course the white goes well, but white on white paper, I'm just not sure if that's really what I want. It does have the gold, so that'd probably show up okay, but these have a lot of white pumpkins and some very light orange ones. I kind of don't mind the orange with these colors either. But I may like, I'm not sure, maybe this one, but I'm not sure that I like any of these other pumpkins with this. I don't know. And then the beige definitely goes, and the dark brown maybe just a little dark. I was kind of hoping it looked more like this, but I don't think it does. Okay, so let's get to adding some washi. We'll just go ahead and we're going to use the white pumpkins, orange pumpkins, and this beige, and we'll probably use this one of the paisley ones too. Yeah, if I can get this to lift up, we'll be in good shape. So I've talked before, but I took all of my Simply Gilded Washi because that's so very much of it, and I hate when I do that on the edge. I took it down to just this amount here and got rid of the rest of it because there's so much of it. I have so much, and if every roll I had purchased and had, I would have never been able to use all of that washi in a lifetime of planners. So let's see. We've been putting washi at the top and the bottom over here. And I don't think I've been putting any there, but I really probably could. I filled that in with some deco last week, and the week before, maybe, I can get to it. The week before, I just used some deco, so we'll see. I'm gonna go ahead, we're just gonna do it. We're gonna put some washi here, and top and bottom in this section over here. All right. So hopefully everybody is maybe getting to experience a little bit of fall weather. Where I'm at, still no. We're still in the 80s and 90s. I live in Texas. I live in the north part of Texas. So when I say North Texas, I don't mean the DFW Metroplex, although they call themselves North Texas. I mean the geographical north. So, yeah. I live up close to Lubbock, Texas, if anybody's familiar with that. But yeah, we're still hot. It's hard to want to get into the fall spirit and season when it's so hot outside. We bought some pumpkins for the front porch. I may have already discussed this, but if I did, I apologize. We bought pumpkins for the front porch and thought that the decorations would last for a little while, but they got like sun scorched and got gross really quickly. And so I had to, I feed them to my chickens, and that's fine. They love them. So it wasn't like a huge waste, but I was a little disappointed they didn't last as long as they usually do because it's so freaking hot right now. So this is pretty much how this page starts off. I do add in some to-dos if I know what those are, and then some of these. I'm going to start by writing. I'm not sure if it's the mild liner and this pen that don't agree, because I think this is more than 1 week that we have battled this, or if it's something a little bit to do because this planner is getting very thick. Oh goodness. Yeah, it's just not writing super well in there. But it seems to write okay. Nope, not writing great on the Tombow either. I don't know. Yeah, it's not the best, but we're gonna just deal with it. Maybe next week I'll remember and use the Tombow Funasuki or whatever that one is instead. Okay. I'll add weekly actions off camera to do. Will probably be added here in a bit, because right now I can't think of all the things that need to happen. Some things from last week are going to migrate, but I'm just not ready to do that just right now. but we will fill in for meals. Yeah, it's something about writing over that marker. And it could just be this pen. I felt like it wrote better over the marker when we started. And maybe it's these certain light color mild liners. Of course, this is an American made one because it has like the American name instead of the one that's come from Japan. So that could be part of the problem. I'm not real sure. Ran out a little bit of deco here, and I may add deco there later. I'm just not sure that how much to do I'm going to use, and so I don't want to add too much and then have to come back and adjust, like not have room to write the to-dos I need to do. Okay, we'll start with that. We're going to find some boxes to list this stuff over here. I have been using like 3 boxes and like one of these little checklists. So we'll put this one down here at the bottom. And in this 3 set box, I will track reels that I post on Instagram. And then in these little boxes, I'm checking actual post for like non-reels, I guess, on Instagram. And then I'm going to go ahead and use all 3 of these colors. I really don't know. We'll start again with this one, I guess. I'm going to put one of these here to see about a Facebook post in my Facebook group. So there's that for now. Habits. See, like that's very thick right here. And it's kind of thick and bumpy up here at the top just from sticker usage. So this is up through this point of that planner through October. And it's pretty full. We're a little over halfway through. We do have a little bit more back here, but yeah. Okay, so I'm going to fill in my habits, and I'm going to leave them the same as last week's. My October goals are fine, and so I'm going to leave them as they were. We're going to leave AM meds, PM meds, truck water. I think I'd have them like memorized by now, but I don't. Track sleep, added protein. If you want some more info about any of this, you can go back and look at my October monthly plan with me. It has all like where I broke down all my goals, and we talked about all of this things in a little more detail if that's something you're interested in. I feel bad going back through it every time I write this stuff, because if you watch every time, it's probably like, okay, yeah, we heard you talk about added protein already, and we don't want to hear it anymore. So let's just move forward. I can't think of anything else that's happening. I think my mom is coming to Lubbock on Sunday. It's something Saturday. Oh, yes. Okay. I think this is like 5:30. I think. Okay. Pretty sure that's all that I have, at least that I know right now. There may be more things here that I will add. I'm not sure, but as we go, we can add some more. And then meals track as we go. We pre-plan things, but I don't know which day we're going to eat them. So we make that list on the refrigerator, and then I record what we do actually eat. And this has a lovely little, I thought it was a dog hair, but I think it's fuzz or something stuck to it. Okay, let's move into the rest of this. So you can tell this is quite a bit thicker down here because I use all the deco at the bottom of the sheets. That might be a note to self for the 2026 planner, that I need to move the deco around instead of only using it at the bottom of the pages, because it's super thick down there. All right, so I will sometimes add washi and or deco, like I did this past week, but it depends. I like to write out what I need first before I go into doing that. All right, so we're going to use some of these jade headers, I think. I have not been using the numbers because there's a number here, and then I either have to washi that or white it out, and I just haven't been bothering with that. So we're going to go through some of this washi. I'm going to use this color on the Paisley Pumpkins, and I'm just going to tear, kind of messy with my finger. Didn't tear exactly as I like, but that's okay. I think instead of that, I'm just going to put some deco right here in the kind of center of the page. I'm going to kind of move this around a little bit this time. Put some of this over here. What else do we want? Put the little candle over here. Yeah, that's kind of cute. Okay, we're gonna just put that there on this set. Tuesday, whoa, pulled the entire planner out of frame. Sorry about that. Okay, I think we're back, back in frame. All right, Tuesday. I should find the tweezers to use to pull some of these off because sometimes my nails hinder me in that way. We're getting to the point where we're about ready to cut them down. They've grown this long since school started. You probably noticed in some of my earlier planner videos when I was setting this planner up how much shorter they were. So I've had quite a bit of growth since then. So we're gonna put up at the fireplace and maybe this stack of books and pumpkin. So I'm not doing very good about anchoring my deco or anything like that, but I'm all right with it. I'm just kind of throwing it down and I'm fine with that. I can always add what I need to. I'll write around it. Just trying to vary the placement a little bit in the last half of this planner so that when we get into December that it's not absolutely impossible to write in this planner because I've used the same placement for so much of the time. All right, there's that washi. I'm gonna use the small pumpkins over here. It's this little bitty pumpkins in both, which is actually really cute. I'm gonna do like a little bit here. This one is a little bit older, so it doesn't want to tear so well. Yeah, not happening. Not gonna get a cute little tear there. We're gonna have to use the washi cutter and just cut. Wait, am I gonna tear with that? Goodness. All right, that's gonna have to be good enough. I'm going to cut this bow off. Of course, we cut crooked. Why wouldn't we? And I'm gonna put some of this up here just to, you know, have a little placement in both corners. And then I think I'm gonna put deco right across the middle of the page. What would we like to do there? I'm not real sure. Uh-oh, see what happens? I get a little overzealous here and tear the sticker. I'll put that, and we'll kind of put some leaf foliage here around that. Let's go in odd numbers. Let's put a third one down here. All right, that's good enough for Wednesday. So we've used the paisley pumpkins, a light brown. Let's go ahead and use the white pumpkins on here. I think we'll use the large white ones again. I'll try to tear this with my nail. See if we can get a messy tear. What do you think? Think it's gonna work? Yeah, that one worked okay. I'm gonna do the same thing up here. Have that messy tear kind of coming that way. And I'll use a washi cutter to tear this in. So, if you were here for perfect, really styled planning kind of things, that's not the channel. I'm not the channel for you. I definitely just kind of go with the flow. A little messy, a little chaotic, but that's how I like things to be. So, I am a-okay with that. I'm gonna put this coffee mug and book and a basket with a blanket and the pumpkins in it there. Oh, did I put days of the week on? I did. Need to do days of the week here. Let's do Thursday and Friday. Thursday and Friday. That one's a little crooked, but if you've been around here a little while, then you know that crooked stickers are not the end of the world for me. I'm like, it's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna try something here. We're gonna try something. Yep, we're gonna try to layer this light brown with the dark brown and see how that looks. If I don't like it, we'll pull it back up. I don't want to do that in the middle of the bow. That's good enough. And then we're gonna grab this shorter, not shorter, thinner washi. We're just gonna layer here a little bit like this. And I think I want to just try to tear it. I kind of don't like it layered quite like that. I think I want to move it back this way to where it matches up. Closer to matching up. Okay, we're gonna leave that. Then I feel like they should probably both be torn. Who knows? A little trial and error here. I do have some tweezers kind of close by. Let's try this pair better. That they recommended. I mean, I bought this at, I think it's a Scrapbook Expo. These at like, but I really struggle to make those work like I want them to. Really struggle with that type of tweezers for planning, or probably anything, but maybe because it's like opposite of what my brain thinks it should do when using a tweezer. So I've tried to use them, but I'm not. Jeez, that's what happens when the piece is too small that I can't grab a hold of it to tear. All right, so I think that's okay. This time we'll put some deco up here, maybe. What kind of deco do we have left? We have some of these that are smaller. Really kind of like this bookshelf with all these lovely items on them. I have a deco there and here. And then let's put this books with this like milk jug and pumpkin down here. All right. 2 more days to do, Saturday and Sunday. And then we'll get busy. Here coming up soon, I'm going to be kind of batch filming some of these at planning ahead to get ready for CPC. So they won't always get like last week's flip through then, but I still always do a like end of the month flip through. So when I flip through October or November, whatever it is, you'll be able to see those weeks, because I've got to get a little bit of this ahead so that I'm ready to go when CPC comes. I'm still debating on CPC week if I want to decorate it like normal fall like I've been doing, or if I want to use my CPC stickers. I haven't made up my mind about that yet, so we'll see. Stay tuned for that decision. All right, we're gonna do this paisley pumpkin again. I really thought about layering it with the beige, but I don't know if I want to layer the pumpkin and the beige. But I might. Let's give it a little bit of a try. How do we want to do this? I'm not sure. I'm really feeling a little more adventurous today than I normally do, but that's all right. That is all right. That's what this hobby is for. It's a little bit of adventure and just fun. And the good thing is these are daily pages, so if I don't like it, I don't have to look at it for too long, a day or two. I don't really like that it covers most of the bows. Yeah, I don't think I want to leave it like that. And this paisley pumpkin washi is not very sticky at all. We may move this on over here to this side. Yeah, it's all rolled up on me, but it's not sticky. Not super sticky at all. I'm gonna grab another piece, but that is another reason that I did go ahead and get rid of washi and do what I did with my washi, because washi and stickers, they do go bad. Ooh, you know what I want to do instead? Let's do something different. I wanted to use these on one of these pages, and why not use them on Saturday? So this day will not have tons and tons of to-dos because we have to go to that gala in the evening, and it starts at 5:30, and we'll have to prep and be ready to go and stuff before then. So they're gonna have to kind of go sideways here. It's right. I'm just gonna lay it down. It'll be okay. It will be okay. All right, that did not lay down that nicely. Let's try this again. I have a line to follow and still having trouble. Okay, we're gonna leave that like that with some deco here. And I think I'm gonna mix the two washes up on this page. I'm gonna go ahead and go with this. Nope, I'm gonna go in the, I don't know what I want to do. Nope, changing my mind again. I don't want this on here at all. Set that aside. So this will be the plan with me of indecision. So there you go. I should try to do this live where y'all could actually give input. I'm talking to you, like you can tell me where to put this, but kind of hard in a video. Okay, so we're just gonna leave this here. We're gonna add some deco to this page and to that page. And then we'll be done. I'm gonna actually put this kind of more middle of the page, I think. We'll put this small flower cluster. Jeez Louise, I tell you what. Small flower cluster up here. And then on this one, where do we want to add deco? I want to add it up here in this kind of corner, so we'll add that one. And maybe the pumpkins. And I don't know if there's anything else I need to add. This bottle of, I don't know what this is supposed to be. Sand? I wish I had something else to add. Let's we can add the leaf. I don't know. Not sure if I like that cluster, but it's going to be all right. Okay, so we go back and kind of flip through this week. So the weekly page, kind of horizontal dashboard page. I don't know for sure what all you want to call that. I do weekly reflections here, and then we go into the week. We got Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, so thanks for tuning in. If you like videos like this, if you like all things planner, you want to keep watching the journey in this B6 Plans by Just Scribble, then subscribe and like this video, and then hit the bell notification so next time I upload you are notified and you can follow along. Thank you for sharing some of your time with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.